Hi everyone. So hopefully this is the last of the four, well it is the last of the 4 cards that I've made using the, what am I trying to say? When I showed you how to make the most out of your A4 card, if you watch that one and then watch there's 4 videos after that, that will show you what to do with those pieces. So this is the last of it. So I've got Peekaboo Peach, measures 8 by 5 1/4. I then have Melon Mumbo, which measures 3 3/4 by 5 by 5, 3 3/4 by 5. Oh, and I've run this one through my die cutting machine using the Swiss dots from Cuttlebug. It's just a really tiny dot embossing folder. I then have the Whisper White piece that I showed you how to cut out. I've actually used the Tim Holtz bell jar alterations Sizzix die, sorry, and I've just used the bell jar piece, which I don't think you're going to be able to see on here because my camera does go a bit funny, but there's the piece that I cut out, which is this piece here. Sorry, the black on that makes it the video go funny. And I'm just using the bell jar piece just as a different decorative, just something a bit different basically. I'm then going to use the stamp set from my pink stamp from forever ago. She doesn't do this anymore, and she's actually now a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator again, but I'm going to use this. Which one was this? I can't remember the name of this stamp set. Hold on, I haven't labelled everything. It is in here, that's why I left it here. Fruit and Veggie Puns. Oh, those were the days. Anyway, so I'm going to use the stamp that says You're a Peach. You see where I'm going with this? Yeah. And I'm going to go back to Fresh Fruit, which is in the main catalogue this year, 2016-17. And I'm going to use the peach because Peekaboo Peach and all that. I just thought it'd be they're fun colours for a fruity, summery kind of card. Although we're not there yet, but I thought, you know, it'd be cool. And I like punny sayings. So we're going to use the peach, and I'm going to show you a 2-step stamping, but I'm going to do it as if I've kind of like cheated in colouring it in, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So let's start with the stamping. I have here 3, oh, if you can see that, 3 of our colours. I have Chocolate Chip, Cucumber Crush and Peekaboo Peach. These 2 are in the, sorry, Peekaboo Peach is in the 2015-17, no it's not, 16-18 in colours. Cucumber Crush is part of the, I have to look at my thing, part of the 15-17 in colours, and this is, the Chocolate Chip is part of the neutrals. So every 2 years, well every year, but they run for 2 years, we get a new set of 5 colours. So these are the 2 current ones. There's obviously 5 colours, but these are 2 that I'm using out of there. So let's start with, I think I'm going to start with the actual colour, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to take my peach, and there is a hair on it. I'll show you in the catalogue quickly where this all comes from. If I can get there. Crash. Crash. Oh, I could get my knee in now. Honestly. Right, this is our annual catalogue. But what I wanted to show you, if I can find it somewhat quickly. Oh, I can never find anything quickly. So. There it is. This is the fruit stand suite, which is where the fruit what's it called? Fresh Fruit stamp set is from. And these are the sort of things that you can make with them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my version of that. So you can take the big round peach, and now these aren't meant to be solid. You'll see that in a minute as well. So I'm just going to eyeball this so I get it somewhat in the middle. Where do I want that? Let's just go there. So do you see how it's not completely solid? It's meant to look like that, so don't panic. Right. So Peekaboo Peach, Cucumber Crush, and I'm going to take the solid leaves, and I think this is the way. Oh, I've got ink everywhere now. I think they're supposed to go this way, and they're going to go about there. Ta-da, 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 ta-da-da. Yes, I'm still in my pyjamas. I'm always in my pyjamas. Right, and then I'm going to take the chocolate chip, and I'm going to take the outline. There's like an outline stamp, and I'm going to, you could leave it like that, but this way, I don't know whether this is supposed to go somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's supposed to go about there. We're just winging it, and that creates an outline as such to your drawing. You could do this in two different colours that are similar, like one darker and one lighter, and get the same idea. See if I can get this in. Oh, it's a little off, but that's okay. And there you've got this cool tag-like picture. And then this is actually going to fit at the top. I didn't think it would. So I'm just going to take my stamp in chocolate chip, and I'm just going to stamp it there. That works. I wasn't sure if I was going to get everything on the one little panel, but there you go. Super quick, super easy. It's almost like you've cheated and coloured it in, and it's supposed to have this kind of watercolour blotchy kind of look going on, so it's not supposed to be a full solid image. So let's put it together then. Super easy, guys. So this is 8 inches, so you want to do 4. Score it in half. Now you could also have this card go this way, but I like the spines of my cards to be on the side, because I always feel like if they're standing on a mantelpiece or, you know, a coffee table or something, I want them to be able to stand up. I find that when I do make my cards where the folders at the top, I find that they tend to do that quite a lot, especially depending how much dimension and that you've got on it. They tend to go. So if I wanted a landscape card so that my fold is on the side, I would cut it at 4 1/4 by 11 to get the longer version, which a lot of people think is say is the top folding card, but for me it's kind of works the opposite way. So or you could do the same method that I've done here, just in a longer version, so you'd have 4 by 10 1/2 rather than this orientation. Anyway, waffle, waffle, waffle. It looks a bit boring. You know, you do something and you think, I know I've said about, no, gotta go this way. Right, something is missing something. I feel like I need something at the bottom here. Hold on. Right, I've just found this, it's just a piece of lace trim that I had in my stash. So I thought it just needed something on the bottom, and being neutral, it will work. So I'm going to, let's see, How far do I want this? Oh, that's my cat. Probably want it about there. Right, so let me trusty old tape out. I'm going to start by putting a piece on the back here. And then I'm just going to wrap it round, and then I can trim off the excess. That way you're not getting into a bit of a muddle, which is what I usually do. So. Right, so that's all. My cat's going to try to escape now because I can see her. The corner mark. You can't go out here, Shax. You have to wait, love. Wait your turn. And then, right, so let's see, do I want to stick this flat? Excuse me. I think I'll have that raised. Sorry. Just deciding on camera. This is what happens sometimes. Sometimes you start off with one plan and then it goes into something else. And yeah, this is how it happens. Sticking. Still sticking to me. Radio, I think we're there. And that should hold. And you can always turn it over. This is what I do quite a lot. Especially if you've got ink on the top here. You don't want to stick your hand all over it and then smudge it or something. Or if your paint's not quite dry, you know, if it's that sort of thing, then you just flip it over. And then when you lift it, just make sure there's nothing on there, on your work surface, and then you're good to go. Works out just fine. Right. I'm going to use some of this tape just because I want it to be quite what's the word? Quite sturdy. Right, let's just see. So because this is going to be laying over the ribbon, and it's kind of well, it's lace, so it's kind of thick. I'm going to actually stick that bit flat to the lace with some tape. So I want it probably about there. So that's probably about right. Because otherwise it's going to add too much bulk. Because if you can imagine a piece of foam tape on top of that, it's not going to, this is going to end up doing that. Might be very slight, but that's what may happen. So I just think this is an easier way to get it somewhat level. It's not going to be exactly level, but so there you go. Oh no, we haven't finished. We haven't done the back of the card. Right, let's do chocolate chip on the back of this one, I think. Just because I can. Right, so back of the card done. I haven't done anything on the inside of cards for a while, so I will get back into that. When I'm, like I say, these were sort of, you know, there were 4 bases that I cut, 4 layers, 4, you know, second layers. This one I happened to cut down to something else. You know, I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of different things you can do with it. But what I ideally want to do is be able to put a sentiment on the inside as well, and something else to go with and coordinate with it on the inside. So for example, on this one I could put a sentiment, and then I could use, say, the peach again without the outline, just the peach on its own, and stamp in the corner. you know, something like that, just so that it all works together. You don't have to do the inside of your cards, or you can go all out. It's whatever you want to do. So I hope that was helpful. I didn't mean to bash the desk. I hope you've enjoyed this sort of like mini series of 4 cards and all that, not 4 candles. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I will be back in the next one. And I think the next series type thing, that I'm not going to label it as a series, but I think the next few videos are going to be probably Valentine's love type thing. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I haven't actually done my order for this quarter from Stampin' Up, so I will be using what I've got. So we'll see what I can come up with. So that'd be cool. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye. The cat wanting to escape. You want to get out? Is that what you're saying? Mommy, let me out. You want to go out? Are you waiting? Hey? You want to go out? Ask me. Tell me. Hey, Shacky? You gonna tell me? Hey? You gonna tell me? Oh, Shacky. Do you want out? No, I don't think you really do you? Do you want to get out? Just let me open the door. You mind on my way? I've got to take this one. Yep, escaped.